Alrighty, guys. So today on the beautiful, lovely Gamingmadirocks, so basically what I wanted to share with you guys, is an update slash a little bit of get to know me today. So, the update on this channel, this is going to be something that we're going to be doing around on this channel. We're going to start by talking about a little bit more about tech and doing industry and doing things about gaming related stuff, talking news. We're gonna try getting that in here a little bit. It's not gonna be like every day. It's gonna be a kind of like a roundup on Fridays every week. We'll probably do a roundup on Fridays. Just kind of talking about what's going on in the week, and then and so that there. We'll also be kind of talking about anything. It's going to be kind of about kind of news. There, it's also going to be talking about things like the beautiful LGBTQ community stuff too. Will be going on throughout this channel. I will be taking a look into keeping that you guys informed on that as well, if anything kind of happens. So the other thing is that I bought those shoes. If you guys want to see something about that, go check out my sneakers channel. I'm no longer posting sneakers stuff here on the beautiful, lovely Gamingmadirocks. Sneakers will be posted over on my sneakers channel. As you guys can see, all of these get reported over. Oh, I'm getting a little bit tired, guys, because it is 2 in the morning. It's about 2:30 in the morning. So basically, that's kind of that. For those of you who don't know me, we're also going to be doing a new series on Get to Know Me a little bit. Just a little bit. Not going to put it in too much. It's not a series, I guess. It's going to be like a little bit of a mini-series, like a 3 or 4 episode mini-series on about me. And we're also going to start a teaching series. I've already kind of been doing it, but it's going to be where I will be taking it. It will be every 2 weeks. We'll teach you guys and teach you something about what's going on this channel. Something in gaming that's going to be teaching you guys some information and things like that. So, now, to getting to know me a little bit is I shared with you guys that I am part of the LGBTQ community because I am a trans. Now, mind you, my church probably doesn't like it anyways. The reason why I'm recording this again at about 2:30 in the morning, is because I was gonna have this video fully recorded before my church's general conference. I'm not gonna go into what denomination. I was just had church basically yesterday. Basically on. It happens twice a year. Basically, basically on Saturday I had it 11, 3, and 7. And then I had church basically again from 11 and 3 yesterday. Or Sunday, basically yesterday, the 2nd and the 3rd. It always will happen first weekend in April, and it will always happen in first weekend in October. So, so in general, I'm not going into my religion or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know that I was going to have this done prior to that, and I just didn't. And then on that. So the other thing that I do want to let you guys know is that for me, I am going to say that there's a couple things I love in this day and age. I love clothes. I love shoes. Clothes are kind of the thing that I really love the most. Mind you, that's what my secret channel is about. So you guys can go check that out over there. Some other things that you guys need to know is go check out my website. My website's kind of, I don't know if it's updated or not, but you guys can go over there and check out a lot of some of the stuff. Now, Now, over there, I do want to preface that that site is not every links and stuff over there are 18 plus. Everything there is 18 plus anyways on the website. There's no adult content over there. It's just I recommend it should be 18 plus because of nature of things that are going on. The other thing that I do want to let you guys know is that every day I am so frustrated. I'll be honest with you. Every time that laws get passed for like the LGBTQ community that prevent myself, I kind of am starting to kind of get a little bit not scared. I just feel sad that these laws have to be passed because of people, because they want to pass trans laws. They want to pass laws that prevent kids from getting the care they need. I understand when they pass laws that prevent people from playing in sports. Mind you, the reason why I'm saying that is because for me, if I was out running in Special Olympics, or if I was out running in track or doing something, I have an advantage over cisgenders or females a little bit, not a whole lot. Like, it's kind of, for me, I have a little bit more of that chance at doing sports in that sense where I'm going a lot faster and faster, and the faster and faster I go, or it's basically, it's kind of hard when you have people that are trying to dominate. Remember, I'm also kind of letting you guys know that I'm all lives matter. So doing things like that where it goes, where we hurt them, we're hurting them. And I'm also going to do that same with trans males as well. Trans males shouldn't be really playing in male sports. They should be running in, trans people should be running in their own category. For example, this is not hindering people in their endeavors. It's just a child who wants to play in sports. Say that there's they like track, and there's 4 people in trans community, in the LGBTQ community, that want to play on it, that are trans. Basically, they can play on it, but they'd only be able to play in track. They would on their formal team. Okay, but they wouldn't play in a male's team, they would play in the trans team. They wouldn't play in the female's team, they would play in the trans team. In the trans category. A trans female or trans male. If you identify other than a trans male or a trans female, you would have to stay in your respective sports categories, because unfortunately you stay in the respective category of male or female, even if that's the case. The other thing is allowing for now, the only exception to the rule is that if you're part of a team, you would have to play in the females, and there's not enough, like let's say there's only like 4 in the statewide, you can play on a respective sports team. Just because a male wants to play volleyball, a trans male wants to play volleyball, a trans woman wants to play volleyball, they can play volleyball. Or trans woman wants to play sports, they can. If it's a sport that is solely only female in the state, or solely only male, they can play in that. Only if there's not enough for them to make a teams. So like if there is, for example, let's say that we have 16 people in the state, and 8 of those are in one city, and the other 8 are in another city. They can play on those teams and effectively battle each other out in sports. Okay, that is acceptable, or in co-ed sports, necessarily. The final thing that I do want to mention, which basically is that's kind of the last thing I want to mention about it, is that basically that would help to prevent kids and adults from being so hatred towards people. Okay, allowing a child at a young age to get the hormone treatment or hormone therapy would be okay with me, but would not be okay for them to get it at a younger age of getting breast augmentation or getting their parts taken off, the parts removed. Okay, being able to alter their parts shouldn't be until they're at least 18. Okay, and they don't have to have parents' consent over that. That way across the entire state, that's why across the entire world, entire place, they would be accepted. People wouldn't be so, trans wouldn't be so, look, I know some of you guys are probably going to say that transgenders shouldn't be allowed to be there. I know that my church says that as well. I know that I know that there is churches out there, there are people out there that say that we shouldn't be allowing this to happen because it's, in that kind of necessity. It's if people don't like it, then it's like, look, it's hard. It's hard to believe in yourself. It's hard to be your authentic, real self. And if you're trying to be authentic, real self, okay, well, I am really a female. I'm not a male. So that's being authentically me. But I don't know. I'm not 100% for sure. I'm still kind of this lady that's not 100% for sure that I'm there, but I'm kind of there. So basically, the final thing I do want to say is that my favorite thing about being able to do things is that I am also kind of an adult content creator too. You guys can see it on my website, but I will tell you this. I won't be doing adult content related content. I won't be playing games like Cyberpunk or games that have sexual content in the game in all stature. So, if it has sexual content in the game, I'm not gonna play it, not gonna have it in my collection or anything not because of the necessity, but because I want to be able to make sure that you guys have the access. And if I do have it in the collection, it'll probably more than likely sit on the shelf and never get touched because, it's people, in that sense. So basically, the final thing I do want to say is that if you guys wanting to see a lot of content in the future, always hit that subscribe. But when you do hit that subscribe at the end of the videos, I will always have something related to this channel that I recommend, and then I'll have something always recommended for my Seekers channel that I recommend, and then I will let YouTube recommend something best for you. Okay? That way you guys can always get something there for it. So if you guys want to see beautiful content that's solely focused on being you, be you, okay? Be yourself, be who you are. Don't alter your life just to alter your life. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you, don't change your life. If you've been coming out, and I want to preface this, if you have somebody or a kid or a child who wants to do this, don't discourage them, but also try to tell them, hey, take some time, take about 4 or 5 years before they decide to do it. I did it even longer than that, longer than 5 years. So, I kind of did it before high school. Okay, before high school. Okay, I kind of have that feeling. But I didn't pull the trigger until I was absolutely 100% for sure that I wanted to do this. And that's kind of because, remember, sometimes when we have something, we end up, like, for example, we end up taking, let's go back and look at, let's go take a look back at things that of nature. So let's say that you start liking a color of black. Okay, just using that as an example. And then you kind of start changing your color, changing your style because, you get a phase. It's kind of a phase. So it's kind of that thing that people should be careful on how they do this. They shouldn't go and push it on kids. But they also should not be talking about it in school, but they shouldn't be limiting the talk about it, okay? Kids in school, like the Floridas, don't say gay bill. They shouldn't be hindered by it. They should be allowed to teach. If a child comes in and they have, and they have two parents that are the same sex, they should be allowed to talk about it. Okay, but they shouldn't be teachers shouldn't talk about it in full depth. Not at a young age. They should be starting to learn about it at a little bit older age. Okay, at about 5 years old, no. How about 9 years old? Yeah, need to learn about it a little bit. Just not learn about it, but learn about the sexual education. Because that's when kids start kind of getting the necessity of being able to pornography and getting access to things of that nature. So, guys, look, I don't want to limit you guys in how you guys do your life, but just remember this. Look at all the outweighing options. Look at the risks and things in your life. If you're going to change your gender, make sure that you feel like that it's not a phase. Make sure that you go through at least 4 or 5 years before you make that full commitment. If you feel like that in 4 years, you're still wanting to do it, then go for it. Okay? Go for that. Get that done. 5 years, I would highly even recommend even more than go longer. Just make sure that you are for sure about it. As a young child, they take the time to allow them to get the understanding of that. And this might be a phase. This might be something there is. The final thing I will say is that also if you look at a kid, okay, that says that they are doing this, look at yourself. If you have a child who is trans, make sure that you teach them that the other kids shouldn't be doing it just to do it. Okay? Teach them that they shouldn't be just going out willy-nilly and going out and doing this just to be with friends. Okay? Look, I have friends that aren't trans, that aren't these things, and still are there and friends for me. Look, I will tell you this. What's going to go on in this channel is I will be talking about that and mostly gaming technology. So anything that hurts the LGBTQ and anything about technology, I will be talking about it here. First off, the last thing is I do want you guys to pose you a question. Okay? In the comments, Arizona, okay, Mind you, I liked Arizona's thing, but I'm not 100% for sure. Okay, looking at that down below, okay, there is a content that I want you guys to take a look at. Is the Arizona's law, now, look, do your research, check it out. Is the Arizona's law actually good for trans? This means, Arizona means that they are allowing kids at a young age to get the puberty blockers and hormone treatment, basically at a young age, but not allowing them to mutilate their body until they're 18 years old. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments. And I hope you guys do take your time to do research first. Do your research. Don't go and hate on somebody because they're a trans person, or because they're a gay person, or because they're lesbian. It's because they have that necessity and feel like that is a case. Look, there's probably a lot of things in life that we're so focused on worldly things when we should be focusing on our own life. Don't worry about don't worry about someone else's life that you don't know. Worry about yourself. If you don't know anybody who is, and you're watching this, and you don't know anybody who is trans, but you are kind of thinking about it, go and try to seek out, find somebody who is, and talk to them about it, about you. If you need to, go into Reddit, go into the trans Reddit forum, go into places like trans. Go take a look at other trans people out on the World Wide Web and look at YouTube, see what their experience is. Allow them to look at you. Don't try to push trans agenda until you understand what a trans person is. Don't hurt somebody until you find what it is. Look, there is probably more of an agenda out there that people are saying that are worse, okay? First off, if you're going to change your gender, first off, the last thing I want to say here is, if you're going to change your gender, don't change your gender and then go into the women's bathroom and, do something that's going to get you into more trouble than anything else. Don't go and do don't try to hurt the trans community. Don't try to hurt the LGBTQ community, okay? Equal rights. We need to protect LGBTQ, but we also need to protect everybody. So, don't try to go and change your gender or dress an opposite gender just to get into the bathroom of the opposite gender. Okay, don't do it. If you're thinking about it at a young age, be who you are at a young age, but don't forcefully just be you. Okay, don't forcefully try to be somebody else. Don't force yourself to be part of a group. Okay, just be yourself. Don't try to put somebody down. Don't try to look at Christopher. Okay, let's take Christopher. Let's take Jane. Let's take Maddie, and let's take Mark, and let's take Jordan. Okay, well, Jordan, Maddie's kind of, the other two people are trans in this. Maddie and Jordan are trans. Everybody else is kind of friends. But Jane kind of feeling left out, because Jane kind of feels like, that these two guys are doing this. These two people are being trans, and I want to kind of fit in, but the other two don't really care. Jane shouldn't change her gender to fit in. Okay, don't try to change your gender just to fit in with your group. Don't go be gay just to fit in with your group. Look, you can have friends that are gay. You can have friends that are lesbian. You can have friends that are bisexual. You can have friends that are questioning. Okay, you can be who you want to be. Okay, be yourself. Don't try to change your gender just to fit in with somebody. Okay, I'm changing my gender because I've been feeling down a lot with not getting it done. Okay, I've been feeling down a lot about it. So and that's kind of why I'm kind of going now. Is don't do it just to do it, to get to be in part of a group. Don't force yourself to go play soccer because your friend plays soccer. Don't force yourself to go and play football because your friend plays football. Don't force yourself to play a video game that your friends play. Okay? Don't force yourself to be yourself. Just be yourself. Okay? So I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Make sure you guys check out the previous video. You guys will get to see these shoes being take a look at on the my secrets channel over here or somewhere on the screen, and then you guys can also take a look out at at the previous video for Call of Duty, the previous Call of Duty video, and then something that YouTube will recommend for you. So tomorrow, now if you guys are watching this, tomorrow there will be another video. I think it's on the April Fool's Day Warzone. I'm not 100% for sure. If it is on tomorrow, then hey, that's what it is. If it's not, then it's another Call of Duty content. Remember, I will also, coming in the near future this week, I will get you guys the PS3 game titles coming out this week. So stuff that I've will share with you guys my recent pickups collection this week. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys don't miss out on that, and we will see you guys later. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.